often, when we're asked about our role models, we usually think about a celebrity who does something that we love really, really well. You might say that we want to play soccer like Mia Hamm, or hockey like Sidney Crosby, or sing like Michael Bublé, or create art like Frida Kahlo. But what about our behavior? Who are our role models for who we want to be like? We know who God wants us to be like: Jesus. In the book of Ephesians, Paul said to the people, "Imitate God in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice to us." We know that Jesus had a lot of followers. People who not only walked the roads and traveled with him, but people who followed his example and changed their ways of thinking and of living so they could be like Jesus. God wants us to imitate Jesus in the way that we treat each other, and that makes us role models for others too. We all have role models in our life, like our parents, teachers, coaches. But have you ever thought about yourself as a role model? The kids in your class or your younger siblings? No matter where you go, wherever you are, there are people who are looking to you, watching to see if they should follow you. And God is hoping that you will show them who Jesus is by the way that you behave. So let's see if we can pick up any followers. Not any. There must be something more that we have to do to become a role model like Jesus. Jesus spent time with people. He showed us that relationships with other people are important. We are good role models when we share our time with others. Jesus showed us that our time is a valuable way to care for others. Jesus showed us that our words matter. Jesus shared stories about how people can build each other up with their words, and showed us that using our words to apologize is as important as using our words to forgive those who have done something to us. He showed us that our words are important for praying and building relationships, and that our words can be used to share and teach others about who God is. Jesus gave examples that our actions matter. Jesus wants us to provide food for other people. He wants us to help the sick and look out for one another. Jesus taught us to treat each other the way we would want to be treated. Actually, he kicked it up a notch and suggested that we treat each other the way that he would treat us. And Jesus helped everyone. He wanted people to know that God's love was for everyone. Love God and love others, Jesus said, were the two most important commandments. When we are inclusive and show love and respect for everyone, even the mean kids, we are loving like God. So let's see if we have now become Christ-like role models by doing the things that we've just talked about. When we first tried to pick up the ice on the string, none of the ice stuck. We can't show people who Jesus is without a little effort. People in our life will follow us, whether we are setting a good example or a bad one. God wants us to imitate him and follow Jesus' example, because it is when we live like Jesus that people understand who God is. This week, as we go about our days, let's make sure we are imitating God in everything that we do. Let's make sure that our actions show others that Jesus is our role model, so that when others are looking at us, they are seeing a little bit of God at work too.